Hi, I'm John Sweet. Welcome to The Edge. Today we're going to have a great chat about this issue between Scomo and Mark Zuckerberg. Look, this is a really complex one. There's some really interesting angles, particularly around some of the media businesses. Mark, what are some of the insights that you've had around this?
I get up in the morning, I go and get my coffee, I go immediately to Facebook to catch up on the latest news. Look, I actually think the whole thing's a little bit ridiculous, to be honest. I think it's a bit terrible that Facebook threw its weight around, cut access for people to media, but in the same process, which actually got to start questioning some of their algorithms, cut off a whole pile of health sites. I think that's absolutely inexcusable. It's a bully boy tactic. It's Mark Zuckerberg, who's a multi-billionaire, throwing his weight around and being a bully boy because he has a certain view of the world. Whether you agree with what the Morrison government's doing or not is not really the issue. The way he's gone about this is just totally childish and inexcusable.
I guess one of the things that I'm interested in is, well, we've heard a lot from some of these big media companies. Facebook is basically stealing a lot from them in terms of potential revenue. But does this mean that what we're going to see out of this is an improvement in journalism? Are they going to put it back into journalism?
That's wishful thinking, John. Is the government, doing something that could have a benefit to the media organisations, where that benefit then goes, whether that goes to their shareholders or their owners or to investing in more journalism, is a different matter. I mean, the whole journalistic landscape has changed massively and is continuing to change.
Well, it's interesting, I guess, the Nine Fairfax merger that happened not that long back. Their whole reasoning for it not becoming sort of a monopoly was that they were competing with the internet now. They were competing with Google and Facebook. So you take that away, and have we just let them sneak in and create a huge monopoly of sort of journalism, if you like?
I don't know about you, I don't go to Facebook to get my news. I mean, seriously, if it's got to the stage where we're going to Facebook to get our news, I mean, really, God help us. I use Facebook to put up sunrise pictures and see where my friends are at and what they're up to. And is it a serious news distributor? No, it's not.
No, and look, on that note, I guess Facebook certainly, with the algorithm, what we've seen is its ability to divide society. So only show the news articles that we actually want to see, which actually doesn't give us a balanced view. So if you're going into Facebook to get your news, it's really creating that polarization of society. Yeah. So nowadays, I think probably news coming out of Facebook is probably a great thing for society in a lot of ways.
Now, it's interesting because I think other things like TikTok and other elements like that and platforms have got off the ground because Facebook has become political.
Yeah, look, and it's interesting, I guess, to get back to the earlier points, these tech giants have really just become so arrogant. It'll be interesting to see out of this crisis what happens with other governments and who's going to be next to take up the lead.
Yeah, there are a number of governments, if you believe what you read, there are a number of governments, the Canadian government, European governments that are keeping a close eye on this. This, to a certain degree, has become personal because Mark Zuckerberg made it personal. It really shows you the power that these corporate moguls in this tech platform space have got. We've seen these tech giants, whether it be Twitter, whether it be Facebook, whether it be Google, wielding immense power, but not on a national scale, on a global scale. So having to deal with it and manage it is quite difficult. I mean, I don't know whether I'd want to be in the government.
Yeah, trying to place some kind of regulation, which is absolutely needed, around social media. I mean, look, every other type of media has a form of regulation that sits around it. Yeah. So why why are these guys so special? Or why do they think they're so special?
Because they've got a lot of money. Yeah, what we're seeing is a new form of tech elitism developing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Where are we going? It's a mixture of Brave New World and 1984 mixed up in one.
Absolutely. Look, I think it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with the future of legislation around the media code here and how that's actually going to be implemented for some of these tech giants. And how it's actually, in a realistic way, going to work, which I haven't seen much commentary on to this stage.
I mean, to seriously consider that Facebook is a serious news distributor, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Really? Wake up, wake up. I mean, it's the ultimate face-off, isn't it, really? I mean,
yes, it is. They are facing off.
Yeah, they are facing off. I mean, it's
So we'll keep on watching this space and see where the face-off ends up. So, yeah, thanks for that, Mark.
Thanks, John. Cheers, mate.